Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make another YouTuber statue. This time, it's going to be CaptainSparklez. It's about time I made this guy. I made a 2D version of him ages ago, and it's about time that I transitioned over to the statue version. And I'm going to warn you before I get the colours out, this guy makes a great statue, but it's going to be really irritating to make. There's loads of colour, except it's all in seemingly random positions, which means it's going to be a bit of a slow build, but definitely worth it if you've got the time and capacity to make him. So, that being said, let's start. What you're going to need is black wool, dark grey, light grey, white, sandstone, and a little bit of clay. And that's going to be it for the body. His head uses a few more colours, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, once you've got your colours and once you figure out where you want to make him, I'm going to make him right about here. You're going to want to start off with 8 black blocks on the floor in a row. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And by the way, I noticed this whilst I was making stuff yesterday. Have they changed the animation as you place things? Like, it seems as though you're kind of like swinging. Like swinging the block is, I don't know, it's bugging me. I feel as though it's changed. I don't like that. But I don't like change. What you want to do for the second row is you want to come in by 2 either side with the black. And then you want to place dark grey in the middle. Then the next row wants to be entirely white. So just throw white on top of what you have. Then the next row, what you want to do is you want to place a single light grey on each end. And then coming in towards the middle, you just want to place a single white, and then place dark grey all in the middle, just like that. And that, well, they're CaptainSparklez shoes. Now, what you want to do is, for the next row, you want to take out the black, and you want to place a single black on each end. Then you want to come in 2 with the dark grey, come in towards the centre, and then place 2 dark black, 2 black in the centre, like that. Then, the next row is entirely black, so you can just fill that in. Then, the next row, what you want to do is, you want to place a single black. There's a lot of single blacks on each end motif here. You want to place a single black on each end. Then, you want to place dark grey, come in towards the centre. Then another black, and then dark grey in the middle, like so. Then, what you want to do for the next row, you see these 2 black, like closest to the centre, place dark grey on top of them, and then just fill the rest of the row in with black, like that. Then, for the next row, you just want to simply do an entire row of black. And then the next row, what you want to do, you can see where we place the single dark greys, and then we filled the row in with black. Well, on top, in the same line, you want to place dark grey again, except you want to go up by 3. So, you want to have that. And then what you can do is, you can fill the first row in with black, and then you want to, on each end, go 2 up with the dark grey, and then you can proceed to fill the rest of the rows in, albeit the 2, just in with black, like that, and that gives us CaptainSparklez legs. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a zoom in view. That's probably about as close as I can get. There we go. Pause that if you have to. Make sure you've got it right. Then we can move on. So what you want to do next is we're going to make CaptainSparklez belt buckle, which will be 2 clay in the centre of the next row, right there, and followed by just black all next to it. And that's the first row of the torso. And I don't know why I get this compulsion. And I'm going to do it against my own willpower. For the row that you just made, I want you to take out the sandstone and just extend out by 4 blocks either side. Like that. So you're just marking the bottom of the hands. I don't know why, but I always have the need to just mark the hands in when I get to this point. Even though, you know, they come after the torso's done. I don't know why. No point in fighting it. There's no point. May as well just cave in and put them in. So what you want to do for the next row is we're going to be making it left to right, because here's where things get a little bit tricky and mashed up. You want to do 2 black, 1 light grey, 4 white wool, one black, and we're probably going to be doing most of the upper body like this, because it is quite, quite varied in terms of colour. So we're 2 rows in, we've only got 10 more to do. Let's knock this out. So I'm going to be going left to right every time and just calling out the colours. So you want 1 dark grey, 2 black, 3 white wool, 1 light grey, 1 black. Next row, 2 black, 1 dark grey, 2 white, 1 light grey, 2 black. Next row, you want to have 3 black, 1 light grey, 1 white, 1 light grey, 1 dark grey, 1 black. Now I'll give you a bit of a look. Now that we're at this point, every few rows or so, I'll just show you what I've done. There we go. Time to move on. So, next row, 1 dark grey, 2 black, 3 white, 2 black. Next row, 2 black, 1 light grey, 3 white, 1 black, 1 dark grey. Next row, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 white, 1 sandstone, 1 light grey, 2 black. And I'll just show you what we've just done, because it's getting dark now, and I'm going to cut it off and I'm going to sleep. So that's what we have here. I'll be back in a second. Right, so we're 2/3 of the rows done. Just got the last 4 to do. So we were here. Pause that if you have to. It's a little lighter now, maybe a little easier to see. I don't know. Now let's move on. So left to right again. What you want to do is 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 white. Oh, sorry, I just kind of lost myself there. So we did 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 white, 1 sandstone, another sandstone, and then you want to do 1 light grey, 1 dark grey, and then 1 black. I kind of confused myself there. I was looking at the next row, but I should have obviously been concentrating on the row that I was doing. So next row, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 light, 2 sandstone, 1 light grey, 2 black. Next row. Next row is wait, hang on. Never mind. I miscalculated how many rows we needed to do. Next row. 1 dark grey, 1 black wool, 4 sandstone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 light grey wool, 1 black. Now's the easy row. Just 1 black on each end and 6 sandstone in the middle to give us the whole of Captain Sparkle's chest, and they're the upper rows there, just to show you that. Pause that if you have to, and to show you his entire torso. There you go. You can see how there would be no discernible way of making it any easier. You know how I like to section off, if you've watched a tutorial of mine before, I like to section things off and make them section by section. It doesn't work with this guy. It's a nicely designed skin. I really like this one. But there we go, and this is what we have in its entirety. Now all we have to do is put the arms in, and then move on to the back. So let's get cracking. So if you had the same compulsion to put the arms in like I did, right here, we're going to be starting with the right one. You already have 1 row, but what we want is 4 rows of sandstone. So on top of the single, just add 3 extra rows, like that, and then 1 row of white wool. Here we go. And the arms aren't so random, luckily. The front of the arms are the same on each side. So on top of the white row, you want to do an entire row of black. And how I like to do the arms, I like to work outwards to in. So for this next row, on top of the black, you want to do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black. Next row, entirely black. Next row, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black. Next row, entirely black. Next row, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, just like we did earlier. And then the next row is 1 black, 1 dark grey, 2 black, and there, that'll just give you the arm Even if you didn't catch up with that, you should quite easily be able to see what I've done there. Nice and easy, only 4 blocks to worry about, and half of it's taken out by block colour. So, just those 6 rows. Pause that if you have to. I'm going to move on to the next arm, except I'm going to do it a bit quicker, because you have the other arm to work off if you were to mess up. So, you've got the 4 rows of sandstone, then you've got the single row of white, then you've got the single row of black, and then outwards to in you've got your dark grey, black, black. Next row, entirely black. Next row, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black. Next row, entirely black. Next row is a copy of the first row, so 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black. Next row, 1 black, 1 dark grey, and 2 black. There we go. And there is the arm, and there are both arms. You see what I mean? If for some reason you were having trouble with the left arm as we're looking at it, then you know you should just be able to do it off of the right arm. And here is what you should have in total. It's a cool looking skin. I don't know what appeals to me about this guy, but especially once the head's on as well, it's a cool looking skin. It's wonderful. But now, what we want to do is, we want to turn this into an actual statue. So once you're at this point, pause it if you have to, make sure everything's right, have a bit of a look, compare. What you want to do is, you want to take out your black, or keep out your black as the case may be, and you want to come to the bottom of the statue, and you want to extend the most outer block of his foot, so here, back by 3 rows. So 1, 2, 3, and the other one as well, so 1, 2, 3. Because, and I say this in every single one of them, and I'm going to continue it, you bring them back 3 rows because typically Minecraft skins are 4 blocks wide. So the first row plus the 3, 4 maths. And how we're going to do this is we're going to connect the back of the feet together. So what you want to do is, on either side, just do a dark grey coming towards the centre, and then fill the rest of it in with black. So that's the first row that you want to have. The reason that we're doing this is, I make the entire fronts first, then the entire backs in the same fashion that I do the front, then I make the sides, then I make the head, and then we have our statue. So, this is what you want to have for the first row, and this is what we're going to be building on. So, let's move on. What you want to do is, you want to do 4 black in the middle of the next row, which is all nice and marked out for us from the bottom row anyway, and then you want to do 2 dark grey either side, like that. Then, the next row is entirely white wool. Then, the next row is very similar to the previous row, except with white and light grey. So the 4 middle blocks are white, and the 2 most outer are light grey, just like that, and they're the back of his feet. Now, what we want to do is, we want to do 2 solid rows of black. So, that being the first, and that being the second. Then, what you want to do for the next row is you want to do 2 dark grey in the middle, and then you 1 black either side. Then, the next row, you want to do a single black on each end. We're back to this again, and then you want to fill the whole middle section in with dark grey, like that. Then, what you want to do is, for the next row, you want to do 2 black in the middle. I almost said it again, I almost said dark black. They're just going to have to introduce this colour. Then you want to do black on either end, and then, oh sorry, I've got that wrong. You don't want to just do a single black on each end, you want to come in each end by 2, just leaving those 2 single blocks there, which then want to be filled in with dark grey, but you can see what I've done for the row there. There you go, just give you a bit of an extra look since I goofed. But there you go. Then, what you want to do is, you want to do black on the end of each of the next row. God damn, my words. Then you want to do 4 black in the middle, and then a single dark grey to fill in the gaps. And then you want to pretty much copy, not that row, but this row here, where I kind of goofed. 2 black in the middle, 2 dark grey going outwards, and then 2 black to finish that off right there. I feel as though I didn't do that very well, but you can see pretty easily what you have to do there regardless. And that's pretty much almost the back of Sparkle's legs. To finish those off, all we want to do is an entire row of black, and I will give you a bit of look. That's the whole black portion, the black and dark grey, and here are the whole back of the legs, like that. Cool. So now what we want to do is we want to move on to the back. So the first row of the back is black, back in black, and I don't know why, but again I'm getting that compulsion. This is the first row of the black. I'm just going to extend out either side of the row with full sandstone just to mark out the hands. I've got to solve that problem. It must be some sort of OCD thing, I don't know. But anyway, the next row we're going to be working left to right just because it will be easier. So on top of the black here, you just want to do 3 black, 1 dark grey, and then 4 black just to finish off that row there. Then the next row, what you want to do is you want to do 6 black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, we're working left to right again. I don't know whether I mentioned that. And then you want to do 1 dark grey, then 1 black. Then the next row, you want to do 1 black, 1 dark grey, 4 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black. So it's kind of like the previous row, except you've got the single dark grey in there. And the reason that I'm stopping and showing you what we've got here is because it's that time again. I'm going to be back after I've slept. Pause that if you have to. Right, so just to show you, that's the first 4 rows, I believe, of the back. Just to show you in the light, and I think I'm getting deja vu. Isn't that where the night cut off on the front? When I got to like 1/3 up the way the torso. Huh. Oh well. So what you want to do now is, let me just collect my position. Yep, I'm here. Alright. For the next row, again we're building left to right. Most of the back's going to have to be built this way just because of the seemingly random placement of dark grey. You're going to want to do 3 black, 1 dark grey, rest is black. Next row, you want to do 2 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 3 black. That finishes off the row there. Next row wants to be 3 black, 1 dark grey, rest black. Next row wants to be 6 black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 dark grey, 1 black. So, and I just want to show you that since I think we're just about finished. Well, we're 2/3 of the way through the back. I think we're 8 rows in. Yep, 8 rows in. Did a similar thing with the front, so just to show you that. I know that it doesn't contrast very well with the front of the statue, but hopefully you should be able to see exactly where all of the dark grey goes regardless. But anyway, time to move on. So, what you want for the next row is dark grey, 3 black, 1 dark grey, 3 black. Then, what you want for the next row is 2 black, 1 dark grey, rest black. Then, the next row, quite a bit of dark grey involved in this next row. 2 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black. There you go, just to show you that. And then the next row is entirely black. So what I'll do is I'll just show you the upper back. We finished at that. The final row was just the whole black that I just showed you. So there that is. And just to show you the entire back like that. Cool, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the arms, and unfortunately for me the arms are actually different. On the back. Oh no, don't do this, controller. What are you doing? Come on, the tape was supposed to... I taped the shit out of my controller because the battery pack keeps falling out. I'm sure if you guys play on Xbox and if you play with a wireless controller you've had this issue. The battery pack falls out constantly. It's irritating. Tape fixes it for the most part, but there you go. There's the entire back. We're going to move on to the arms. The arms are similar but different on the back, so we're going to start off with the left arm, and you're going to want to You're going to want to copy the rows of sandstone that you did, so it wants to be an entire 4 rows of sandstone. And I've shown you earlier where the arms are going to be. I hope that you marked that out, but if not, that's where they're supposed to be. You can see in relation to yours where they would be. And then you want to, after you've got your 4 rows of sandstone, you want to do a single row of white. Then you want to do 2 rows of black. Then, working outwards to in, as I do on the arms, you want to do 1 black, 1 dark grey, 2 black. Next row, 2 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black. Next row, entirely dark black, entirely black. Next row, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. Next row, 1 dark grey, 3 black. I've really got to stop saying dark black. I don't know what the issue is. But that's the arm in its entirety. You only really need to see the top part because of course the bottom half is the exact same. Pause that if you have to. We're going to go and quickly do the other one. So we've got the 4 rows of sandstone to start us off. That's the hand, just like we have on the front. Then we've got the single layer of white. Then we've got the double layer of black. Then, working outwards to in, we've got our 1 black, 1 dark grey, 2 black. Then, 2 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black. Then, we've got our entire row of black. Then, we've got 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. Then, we have our single dark grey, rest black, and that gives us the back. Back in black. There we go. And just to show you everything, that's the entire back there. Now, let's move on to the sides, because we're running... I knew that this would be a long statue, but, you know, I'd like to try and make it as concise as possible. So, to come to the sides, we only have 2 blocks to work with, which is always nice. So, that being the first row, on top of that, you just want 1 row of black, then you want 1 row of white, then you want 1 row of light grey. You can see how it makes sense just looking at the colours on the sides. They just kind of follow around. Then the row to the right, the row closest to the front of the actual statue, wants to be entirely white, going right up to the bottom of the hand there. And the row to the left of it just wants to be entirely black. So you have that. Now, to fill in the arm, the bottom of the hand obviously wants to be sandstone, just like that. And the first 3 rows of the side of the hand want to be sandstone, as you might imagine, just carrying around the pattern of the front and the back of the arm. Then the first row wants to be white for his cuff, and then you want to do 4 rows of black, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not much detail on the side of the arm, but there is detail. Then the right row, the row closest to the front, wants to be going up, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, and then the left of the arm is entirely black. Just to show you that, that's what it looks like. There's not much detail, there's just really those little 2 specks of dark grey, but that's what it is. And just to show you the entire side, it wants to look like that. Can probably get a little closer there you go. It's easier without the hood, but there you go. And the top of the shoulder you just want to fill in entirely with black. You only need to cover 3 blocks in, filling in the top of the shoulder. Now we're going to quickly whiz through the other side. If you were to get in any trouble whatsoever, you can either refer back to the other arm, or you can just look straight forward and see what you did for the other side of the statue. So the first row is black, then white, then light grey, then the row closest to the front is entirely white, going up to the bottom of the arm, and then it is just black for the other side of the leg. There you go. And then for the bottom of the hand and for the first 3 rows, they want to be entirely sandstone. And then you just want your single row of white, and then you want your 4 rows of black, and then the row closest towards the front going up wants to be 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, and then the row right next to it is entirely black. And then you can fill the entire shoulder in with black, and then just to show you what that looks like, that is everything right there. And again, if you have any trouble whatsoever, feel free to refer back to either your own side of the statue or to an earlier point in the statue tutorial. But there we go, that's the entire front made now. The entire front, the entire back, everything. Everything below the head pretty much. We have a decapitated Sparklez right here. Now, what we want to do is we obviously want to make the head. We're going to need a few more colours for this. Not that many colours, but you're going to want to put the bed away and put the clay away, and that will give us enough room to do this. I don't know whether you had the bed out, but what you're going to need brown wool, red wool, cyan, and a little bit of nether brick. There we go. So, what you want to do to put the head on, the head wants to rest on top of the 8 original blocks of the statue, which are the 8 of the torso. So what you want, the first row wants to be sandstone. So it wants to look something like that. And then, because Minecraft heads, something that I also say on every single statue tutorial, and luckily my controller's cut out there, heads overhang the front and the back of the statues, or the skins for some reason, don't know why. So you've got your 8 sandstone there, and you just want to bring that 8 sandstone forward 2 rows with black wool. So that's what it wants to look like on the side there. There's a reason that is sandstone and not black, by the way. That's not just an arbitrary choice. So that's what you want to have, 2 black wool coming towards you, and I will sleep and I'll be back. Alright, so we've got a single layer of sandstone, we've got our 2 black coming towards us, and the whole row of black that we have there is going to be the front row of CaptainSparklez' face. So, what you want to do now is, you want to build on top of that row that's closest towards you, and you want to go from left to right, and you want to do 1 sandstone, 1 black, 1 sandstone, 2 brown in the middle for his mouth, 1 sandstone, 1 black, then 1 sandstone, and there we have part of his goatee in his mouth there. Then what you want to do for the next row is you just want to place a single sandstone on each end, and then you want to place black wool in between them for the whole middle bit there. Then the next row after that wants to be entirely sandstone. Here we are. And then the next row, we're going to put his glasses in, but it's only going to be marking where the glasses are going to be. Like, he wears what I assume are shades, and they're going to be like on the outside of the actual. They're not going to be like built in to the. I can't really explain what I mean, but they'll be built on the outside of his face, and we're just marking out where they're going to be instead of me trying to. Yeah. Next row, left to right. You want to do a single, not left to right actually, you just want to do a single red on each end, then you want to do 2 red in the middle, and then you just want to do dark grey in between the red, like that. Then, for the next row, you want to do, this is a left to right job, you want to do a single sandstone, then you want to do 1 cyan, 1 white wool, 1 sandstone, 1 black, 1 cyan, 1 white, and then 1 black. 4 of colours there. Then, for the next row, what you want to do is, this is a bit easier, you just want to do the sandstone on the left side, and you want to do black on the right. And then on top of the eyes, the cyan and the white, you want to do nether brick, just 2 on each side for the eyebrows. And then you just want to do black in the middle. And surprisingly enough, the best colour match that I have ever found for nether brick is CaptainSparklez. Like, it works. On other statues I'm not entirely happy with nether brick as a colour, but it matches pretty nicely. And then the row after that, to finish off the entire head, is just black. And there you go, there we have Sparklez' face right there. Beautiful. Now, what we want to do is, we want to turn CaptainSparklez' head 3D. Not that it already isn't, but we want to make the back of the head, is what I'm trying to say. So, after you've got the front thing, the front face of it, there you go, if you need to pause it. Let's move to the back. The first row of sandstone that we built on top of the torso, you want to, with the sandstone, drag it back until it is 2 rows over the back. So, actually until it is 1 row over the back, because I forgot that the entire back of the head isn't sandstone. So you want to bring the sandstone back until it is hanging over one row of the back like that, and then the next row you want to build left to right in this little sequence here: one black, two sandstone, two black, one sandstone, one black, one sandstone. And that's going to be the first row of the back of CaptainSparklez' head, but we're not going to do that yet. What we're going to do is the little bit of sandstone that is on the side of the head. So on the side of the head, you know, we're on, it doesn't matter which side really, but where the sandstone starts, you want to do 3 sandstone there, and then 1 in the middle. So instead of trying to talk myself in circles about this, that's what you want to do on the side of the head. You can see where it's positioned, and you want to do the same thing on the other side as well. So you've got a really tiny little sandstone pyramid built upon the first 3 blocks of the sandstone going back towards the head. And what we can do now actually is there's no more colour for CaptainSparklez on the head that's not his glasses. So you just want to turn the rest of the head into a giant black cube, essentially. You just want to put in the faces, if you like to build it like I do. Just put in the faces and then fill the entirety of the head in with black. So this is going to take a little while. I will be back in the 1 or so minutes it will take for me to fill the rest of these faces in with black. There we go. Like I said, like I was demonstrating as well, since I kept talking instead of just cutting it off, you just want the only detail in the head, or the side of the head and the back of the head, is the first row, and the little bit of sandstone on the side. Now, as I was trying to explain with the glasses, but absolutely failed, what you want to do is, we already have them marked out. You see the front of the head, how we have this row with the red and the dark grey. What you want to do is, you want to raise that up so it's like coming 1 block off of the face, like I'm doing now. There you go. So we're just making the glasses 3D, and now what we want to do is we want to do the bit that's actually on the side of the head as well, because his glasses wrap all the way around to where his ears would be if he had ears. So I'm on the right side of his head. Or as you're looking at him, the left side of his head, but it's the right side of his head. And you want to raise those 2 red up as well, that you have there. And then you want to, in the same line, you want to come left by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it matches up with that sandstone there. And then you just want to do a bottom left diagonal from the red. So that's the positioning of his sunglasses there. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. So you want to come all the way to the other side here. You want to do those 2 red, come to the right 4. And then a bottom right diagonal, and that's the side of his sunglasses as well. And that pretty much finishes off CaptainSparklez. There we go. So, just to show you that. I mean, alternatively, you could build the glasses into the head, but I like them external. I like it when things hang off the statues, like that minion over there, if you've seen that video, like how his like eyeglass thing hangs off his head. I think it just adds a little something to them. But I'll give you the once over of the head actually. Actually, you'll see it when I once over the statue. So that's CaptainSparklez completely done there. You can see what I mean, like with the head on and the glasses and the. I don't know. It pulls together really well without there being a difficult color scheme to follow. Although you know the patterning of the dark grey is seemingly random. I imagine that's where the sparkles comes from. It works together really nicely, and especially the head. The head, I don't know what to say. It all just works out nicely. It's probably one of my favourites, next to Trumu. Trumu's pretty good. And excluding my hero statues, those are of course my favourite because I designed them. But there you go. That's CaptainSparklez. I hope this, I know this tutorial was a long time coming. There's probably going to be a couple more YouTubers that I make, new ones as well, before I do anything else. But after that I've got 2 more houses to do before I have to design any more. So YouTubers and houses mixed in together for the next couple of videos if you make it this far, if you're interested. But there you go. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see ya. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe you should check out some of my other stuff. I've made plenty of pixel art, YouTubers, houses, tomahawks, tanks, The list goes on. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube partner, hit up the link in the description.